Even when female cultivators call him shameless, he doesn't care at all. Yu Chen's eyes are distant. Do you really like me? The female cultivator blushes. Then how about we dual cultivate? The girl's jaw drops. Dual cultivate. Do all you demon folks move this fast in relationship? Before she can snap out of her shock, other female voices come from behind. Helixing, you shameless, heartless scumbag. We finally found you. 1 second you say you want to spend your life with me, and the moment I turn down your jewel, that same afternoon you're off hitting on 6 junior sisters. Another woman is equally furious. I mean, didn't you say you wanted to be with me? This pervert. Don't believe him. If I hadn't gone down the mountain the other day, I wouldn't have known this so-called demon lord has hit on female cultivators from every major righteous sect. Tears well up in 6 junior sisters' eyes. Is what they're saying true? Yu Chen says cold. It's normal for lovers to dual cultivate. Since you weren't willing, why shouldn't I find someone else? The real demon lord sits in his chair, watching this imposter act shamelessly toward the female cultivators. He's furious. Will someone explain to me where this guy impersonating me, Helixing, came from? Yolo's suddenly appeared a few months ago after you went into seclusion. He hasn't really done anything serious. Just borrowed your name to romance female disciples from various cultivation sects. In a few months, he's visited nearly every major cultivation sect. Helixing laughs darkly. Very good. He dares to use my name, the great demon lord's name. I want to see just what gave him the guts. By now Yu Chen has been chased off the mountain cultivate. He's very fine. I really don't understand. Everything goes fine at first, but the moment I mention jewel, everyone treats me like the plague. Yu Chen, I heard you already went down to find the dual cultivation part, but I haven't arranged your mortal identity yet. How did you go down already? Yu Chen is stunned. Didn't you give me all those dossiers to choose an identity from? Nan Kang is like, those dossiers were so you could understand the situation in the lower realm. They weren't for you to pick an identity. Yu Chen falls silent. One day in Yirang, just a moment in the divine realm, but months have passed in the lower realm. So he's been using someone else's identity this whole time. Nan Kang is speechless. Let me arrange a new identity for you. Since you need to find someone to dual cultivate to break the heartless path and heal your old war, I'll give you something good. A love manual falls down. Nan Kang looks. This love manual is something I poured my heart into writing. It'll definitely help you. Yu Chen frowns. You wrote it and still haven't made any profit. Nan Kang says with certainty. You don't want to give it back. Yu Chen immediately puts the book away. Anything else? Nan Kang says. The Emperor discovered that the belly of the Crimson Flame may contain a fragment of the Cosmic Stone. And gather all the Cosmic Stone fragments before the Heavenly Demon descends this time. Yu Chen understands. A black-robed man flies toward him. He's surprised. This place is usually deserted. What's this guy doing here? And why does he look so hostile? Yu Chen asks him, may I ask who you are? The black-robed man is the demon lord himself. He just happened to run into this. He's livid. You tell me your name first. Yu Chen bows. I'm demon lord Helixing. The demon lord grinds his teeth. He really won't change his. In that case, you can leave your life here today. He attacks. Yu Chen is baffled. Why is this guy attacking right off the bat? After, he's even more shocked. He'd already given up hope of finding someone with rare single attribute I spirit root to dual cultivate with. He figured he'd just dual cultivate multiple times to make for the attribute difference. But heaven is helping me. He ran into such a perfect candidate. Can't let this slip away. So he immediately stops and tries to make peace. Wait a second. The demon lord is extremely impatient. Got any last words? Yu Chen eagerly moves closer. May I ask your name? How old you are? Where you live? And are you married? This pervert doesn't even care about He's ruined my reputation. He quickly unleashes a deadly move. Want to know who I am? Go ask the king. Yu Chen flashes away. That was close. If he'd really hit me, my divine body would have summoned heavenly lightning. Can't let him get struck by lightning and die. I can't bear to lose this rare ice spirit root. I don't know why he's so hostile toward me, but I can try using the love Nan Kang gave me to fix this. So he grabs the demon lord's hand and finds the section in the book about couples fighting. You can hit me, you can yell, but you can't refuse this. Then he clutches his chest. Not seeing you drives me crazy. If you forgive me, I'll give you everything, even my own life. The demon lord struggles to control it. Where does he get the nerve to say this cheesy stuff to me in such a flat, emotionless tone? The guy looks refined, but spouts corny, and asks for dual cultivation. The moment he meets someone, everyone despises him. Helixing asks viciously, who are you? What do you want? Yu Chen is pleased. This guy actually stopped attacking. I found the lines in the love manual. The demon lord struggles to control his rage. Where does he get the nerve to say this cheesy stuff to me in such a flat, emotionless tone? The guy was refined, elegant, but spouts corny pickup lines and asks for dual cultivation the moment he meets someone. Everyone views him as shameless. Everyone despises him. Helixing asks viciously, who are ya? What do you want? Yu Chen is pleased. This guy actually stopped attacking. I found the lines in the love manual, but it really works. So he sincerely tells him what he wants. I want to dual cultivate with you.
But after a long
Helixing
pause,
gets even angrier. Who gave you the guts?
Why aren't you saying anything
about me? Yu Chen doesn't dare improvise anymore. One wrong word and he gets angry. A lover's mind is truly impossible to read. Better stick to the manual. He quickly says, wait a second, I misspoke. Let me answer again. The demon lord has never met anyone like this. Because this scoundrel's aura is so elegant and refined. Even after all this bizarre behavior, he actually stops his attack. That Shaohui doesn't say anything. What are you trying to say? Why aren't you saying anything? Yu Chen please wait a moment. Helixing is exasperated. For what? Yu Chen says, I'm thinking about what to say to you. It'll be quick. The demon lord thinks he's stalling for time, preparing some big move. His eyes turn cold. He's about to attack. But the scoundrel shamelessly leans in and says, thinking of your eyes, thinking of your brows, thinking of your smile, thinking of everything about you. Lixing is furious. I must be out of my mind, waiting for this pervert to answer again. Sees his reaction is wrong. Is my answer still wrong? He tries asking, sorry, give me a bit more time to look it up. Lixing's patience runs out. You're out of time. Time to die. He's about to attack, but suddenly a low roar echoes from the distance. Yu Chen realizes it's the Crimson Flame Tulen. Lixing frowns. So you're here for the Crimson Flame Tulen too. Since we both found it at the same time. Yu Chen says takes all then. As the top sword cultivator in the heavenly realm, with his cultivation surprise, Po Chen is still stronger than the demon lord who hasn't ascended yet. He knows it's dangerous ahead, so he leaps ahead. Lixing is surprised. This guy instantly passed him. What level is this pervert at? In a careless moment, he gets hit by a burst of spiritual power and slams to the ground. But Yu Chen has already dodged the attack. Says awkwardly, sorry, I forgot you were behind me. I shouldn't have dodged. He reaches out to help him up. Lixing shoves his hand away in disgust. Stay away from me. You shameless pervert. Is helpless. He explains weakly, but I'm really not a pervert. The spirit power just now carried an unconscious man. Yu Chen brushes aside his hair. It's actually Luo Bei. He's one of the top sword cultivators in the heavenly realm. How did he end up in such bad shape? Spirit root guy must be in danger. No way. It's rare to find a dual cultivation partner who's completely compatible with him. Just as he thinks this. Yu Chen's eyes widen. Don't do anything rash. The demon lord ignores him completely. Only seeing him as a rival. He sends all his ice swords at the Q. But the next moment, it's a red glow. Deflects all the ice swords back. Lixing didn't anticipate this. There's no time to dodge. In the nick of time, Yu Chen rushes to shield him. Instantly his white robes are stained with blood. Freezes for a moment. Actually took the hit for him, risking his life to save me. Go heal yourself. Being saved by someone he despises has mixed feeling. But he's not ungrateful. He steps forward and asks how bad are you in. Yu Chen can't spare attention for him. This is the devouring mist valley. It really does restrict cultivation. Shouldn't have dropped my divine body protection. I need to heal quickly. So he waves him away. That's outside. Lixing being ignored feels a bit embarrassed. I wanted to ask you. With that, he goes to try the Crimson Flame Tulen. 15 minutes later, Yu Chen finally finishes healing. He knows that with that ice spirit root around competing, he probably won't be able to get the causing stone from the Tulen quickly. He'll probably have to stay in the devouring mist valley a few more days. The ice spirit root to dual cultivate with me. I really do need to study the love manual more. Just as he thinks this, Liu Bei along, planning to take him somewhere safe. Looking at Liu Bei's injuries, he suddenly has an idea. The love manual has a move called the Hero's Rescue. It says if you encounter the situation, your romantic luck has arrived. At times like these, the more pain you show, the more you stir up guilt and gratitude in the other person. He suddenly understands. Isn't that exactly a bitch? I missed another chance at love. I guess I'll have to wait for next time. Yu Chen sighed. Just as he thinks this, a pair of black boots with gold trim appear in his line of sight. The demon lord didn't finding the Chuli. He's worried this guy covered in wounds is too vulnerable here. Save his life after all. So he came back. He clears his throat, although his tone very frank. You're not dead, are you? Yu Chen thinks he's concerned about me. He starts coughing violently. Lixing jumps. I thought you were fine just now. What's going on? Yu Chen follows the man and says, looking to show me pain. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. He says that, but cough was pretty harsh. The demon lord senses something's off. Who's worried about you? If this is tuberculosis, don't blame me. This has nothing to do with Yu Chen frowns up. This reaction isn't quite what the book describes. Maybe just coughing doesn't look serious enough. Try coming up blood. So he channels his spiritual energy, forces out blood from his fingertips. He looks extremely pitiful. But his movement is a bit exaggerated. Lixing sees, punches his fist. He's had a buff. Does this pervert think I'm blind? Can I see his blood was forced out with spiritual energy? Hit by my swords. Those are just surface wounds. Why would you be coughing blood? He must have brain damage to care whether this pervert is okay. He turns to leave. Yu Chen has no chutha. But Lixing is furious, so he quickly calls out, friend, please wait. Lixing walks away angrily. He has no intention of turning around. Just as he takes a step, he feels something crash behind him, pinning him heavily to the ground. He speaks through gritted teeth. Pervert, get off me. Yu Chen thanks with complete dedication. He doesn't move a muscle. The example was falling into a lover's arms. But the ice spirit root only gave him his back, so he could only collapse on his back. Lixing is furious. If you love lying there, then a pair of large hands slipped lifted him up steadily. At the same time, he realized something seriously wrong. Lixing was willing to help, but had no intention of helping. After struggling with himself, he finally opened his eye. First thought, the demon lord thought to himself, he's still faking. Yu Chen pointed at Luo Bei. He's sadly conscious. If we just leave him, he'll die. So can you bring him along too? Stubbornly pursuing the demon lord as his partner. He's completely clueless and only knows how to follow a romance manual. The demon lord said through gritted teeth, but Yu Chen didn't catch the sarcasm and humbly replied, it's nothing really. Lixing angrily let go and dropped him on the ground. So you weren't unconscious at all just now? He clenched his. If I believe you again, I'll write my name back. Yu Chen saw things weren't going well. How about we find shelter and figure things out tomorrow? But Lixing shot him a look. We're all here for the Crimson Flame Tulen competitor. Why would I travel with you? Yu Chen was blunt, because he can't beat the Crimson Flame. The demon lord was left speechless for a moment. Puss. Yu Chen suddenly remembered. How did I forget about Liu Bei? He then carried Lu Bai on his back and followed. Slow down, wait for me. The demon lord didn't care about strode forward, soon disappearing from sight. Darkness fell quickly in the valley. Yu Chen thought, this is bad. The demon lord walked alone, then turned back to find that annoying guy gone. He frowned slightly. It's not safe at night. Need to find shelter first. Why haven't those two caught up? Just then, halls of demon beasts echoed in the distance, and flashes of silver sword light appeared. Probably a pack of shadow wolves. Is he fighting shadow wolves? The demon lord hesitated. Ha! But eventually flew back. Wow, guess I'm doing a good deed. When he got back, the pack was about to attack. Yu Chen, carrying an injured man, was in serious trouble. At the critical moment, He Lixing unleashed his in a lince, sword the light, and the walls howled. The demon lord remained arrogant. Just a few shadow wolves. Aren't you in such a mess? And you think you can compete with me for the Crimson Flame Pili? Yu Chen was caught off guard. I thought you left. The demon lord snored. You saved me. I'm returning the favor. We're even now. He Lixing. In the moonlight, he noticed the wound on Yu Chen's shoulder. But Yu Chen frowned. Not good. I'll need your help tonight, brother. He Lixing scoffed. Why would I help you? Then he glanced. Do you know this guy? You got hurt this badly protecting him. Is she your lover? Yu Chen practices the ruthless path. I don't know what lover means. His mind control. So he just mumbled yes. He snorted again. So he really is your love. Since you found your love, stop spouting nonsense from now on. Otherwise, I'll tell him everything you've done. Taking you is only because you say so. Don't get any. But Yu Chen could no longer hear what the demon lord was saying. He felt dizzy, but struggled to keep his eyes on, pointing at Luo Bei to bring him. The demon lord rolled his eyes. When did I say I'd help you? Seeing Yu Chen stubbornly refusing to close his eyes, the demon lord cursed under his breath. He won't rest until I agree, ha. He reluctantly said, fine. I got it. Only then did Yu Chen pass out in peace. He's a cold D, devastatingly handsome, but all he thinks about is dual cultivation. He decided to pursue the demon lord, who's more capable of dual cultivation, but the demon lord treats him like an idiot. Darkness fell quickly in the mist valley. He Lixing finally, a relatively safe cave before night. Stood off. Yu Chen woke up and found Lu Bei lying nearby. He was pleased. Looks like he softened up and saved both me and the demon lord asked, you're awake, let's talk. Dealing with ice spiritual roots requires extreme caution. Yu Chen quickly said, wait, don't talk yet. He flipped through his romance manual mentally. Something's weird here. I need to check carefully. He found a case that fit the current situation. So he asked Ten, did you cheat on me? The demon lord's veins bulged. We don't even know each other. What are you talking about? Your love is right here. If anyone's cheating, it's you. Yu Chen felt relieved, because the romance manual said, after cheating, two people can't fall in love anymore. Since you didn't cheat, I'm relieved. Go ahead, what do you want to say? Another vein popped on the demon lord's forehead, which calmed him down. I want to discuss joining forces against the Crimson Fulet. I'll protect you both until you recover. Then after we defeat the Chulin, we'll take what we need. Deal. Yu Chen really wanted to know his purpose. What do you want from the Chulin? What if our goals conflict? The demon lord said, that's none of your business. If our goals conflict, we'll settle it then. Yu Chen fell into thought. But I have one code. We only take what we need from it, without killing it. Deal. He Lixing snorted. You came for the Crimson. So why the act now? Yu Chen didn't mind him saying that. Just tell me, yes or no. Lord figured taking the Qiankeng stone wouldn't require killing the beast. So he agreed. Fine. So they reached an agreement. Once you're healed, we'll set out to find the Crimson Flame Chulin. During this time, Yu Chen didn't sit idle in the cave. He diligently studied the romance manual and found useful information. It's often the perfect situation to deepen feeling. Now retreating. Another anxiously uses their body to cool down their partner, but catches a fever themselves. Then the originally sick one cools down the other. And after going back and forth, emotions run wild, and they achieve dual cultivation in a moment. This method seems efficient, but he ascended so low, he can't really remember what having a fever feels like. He couldn't grasp what an affectionate gaze meant, so he interpreted it his own way and stairway. Their eyes met. The demon lord felt a chill for no reason. Like the guy might jump up and stab him any second. Why do you keep staring? Yu Chen saw he wasn't getting it, so he just recited, I don't feel well, hot and cold all over. Weakling's dizzy and light. He Lixing frowned. That doesn't make sense. There's no poison left in you. He reached out to check his pulse, but Yu Chen stopped, seeing he didn't get it. I might have a high fever. He Lixing looked exhausted. Above foundation building cultivators don't get sick. What fever are you talking about? Yu Chen said with a red face, there are always exceptions. The demon lord sighed. He was about to touch his forehead, but was stopped. The book says hands aren't accurate. You should use your forehead. Yu Chen was thinking nervously. If the book's right, emotions should run wild and their lips should meet. Then they'd shyly pull apart, each quietly processing this sudden image. He Lixing narrowed his eyes and studied, then smirked with, alright, close your eyes first. Here it comes. The plot was finally matching the manual's description. Quickly closed and tilted his head up. But the next moment, He Lixing flicked him on the forehead. Check your big head. High fever, my foot. Who ever heard of a fever hot enough to boil water? Faking illness isn't uncommon. But faking it while treating both himself and others like idiots. The demon lord had never seen. She even wondered if this guy was playing him or was truly out of touch with reality. Meeting his confused gaze, the demon lord felt strangely angrily. So upset. Don't look at me like that. His voice was too loud. Waking up Lu Bei nearby. He Lixing wanted to push Yu Chen away, but seeing his shoulder wound, he held back. Don't think I don't know what you're up to. Drop your little schemes. Then he glanced at Luo Bei. Brother, you're finally awake. But don't get the wrong idea. Nothing happened between us. Luo Bei's eyes wide. Why are you explaining? The Demon Lord said, aren't you his lot? Luo Bei's eyes filled with murderous. The Demon Lord. He admitted it himself. Luo Bei saw red. I'm sworn enemies with that cold-blooded creature. A ruthless path more to pursuing someone is Victia. He hasn't even won the guy over and yet. He's already admitting his disciple is his lover. Even saying he made moves on his tipo spirit. Just cause he doesn't understand what lover and making moves mean. He's scared off the guy's chest. He Lixing quickly grabbed. Whatever grudge you have, settle it after we get out. Since we're all here badly injured. We're in the same boat. Yuchen saw Luo Bei's agitation. I know you don't want to travel with me. But you're badly hurt and shouldn't go alone. Luo Bei thought about it. Fine, you finally said something. But then Yuchen grabbed the Demon Lord and said, besides, I sincerely want to pursue this brother. You need to clarify our relationship before you leave. Luo Bei, who just calmed down, exploded again. I'm warning you, we have no relationship. Seeing they were about to fight, the Demon Lord stopped. No, I don't care about your messy drama. Since you're both, can we please sit down and discuss business? Luo Bei shot him a look. His tone unfriendly. Who are you? Yuchen finally relaxed. Let me introduce you. This is my colleague Luo Bei. Distraught. I still don't know his name. Alright, what's your name? Luo Bei even angrier. You don't even know his name. And you want to pursue him? He Lixing snored. Him doesn't matter. What matters is we all want the Crimson Flame Tulip. Can we talk now? But at those words, Luo Bei struggled up and pointed at Yuchen. So you are here for the tulip. You want to kill it, don't you? Of course. Someone like you who'd kill your own king to advance yourself. What's killing a demon beast? The Demon Lord looked. You can. Luo Bei huffed. I won't travel with you anyway. Go chase your new love. Then he restored his troop, healed instantly, and flew away without looking back. Yuchen struggled to sit up, full of worry. Luo Bei only laughed once. Don't follow me. Then he left the cave. Because Yuchen got up too quick, his wound tore open. He Lixing had to help him and rebandage him. His cultivation's high. No need to worry so much. Then he ripped off Yuchen's clothes. Yuchen said honestly, you don't know. He's not too smart, easily fooled. The Demon Lord just I don't see you being any smarter. Besides, this Mist Valley is deserted. Who's gonna fool? So what's your relationship exactly? Yuchen looked down. He used to be my disciple, but we had a misunderstanding, and he no longer acknowledges me as his master. The Demon Lord looked disgusted. Making moves on your own. You're some master. Yuchen didn't catch the subtext. Don't misunderstand. I didn't make moves on. I made moves on his spirit path. The Demon Lord was even more shocked. Your taste is unique. Yuchen didn't understand. The Demon Lord coughed innocently. But since you're his master, your cultivation must be high. Can't you heal instantly too? But Yuchen fell silent. If I restore my won't that expose my deity identity? Plus I can't waste this great opportunity to build feelings through injury. So he thought he needed to do something before he could restore his true form. Lying. So he stiffly beckoned the Demon Lord. Come here. Eh? Tell me. Yuchen had to admit, I can heal instantly. But only if you do some things with me. Otherwise I'll never get better. The Demon Lord stayed silent. Yuchen saw he had and pressed on. You can't beat the Crimson Flame Chuan alone. If you don't agree, I won't help. I have plenty of ways to stay injured. The Demon Lord hates being threatened most. Since you insist, our alliance ends here. With that he got up and laughed. Yuchen saw this and thought the romance manual was unreliable. Clearly followed all the instructions. But why won't he just follow the predictions? It can restore my true form. The Demon Lord saw how hard he was struggling. He said flatly, can't you treat your wound first? Yuchen just looked at him firmly. We haven't done what we need to do. The Demon Lord snorted at. Whatever. I'm warning you, if you still want to ally with me, recover yourself. Otherwise, in your current state, I could ditch you easily. He spotted the trap ahead. But the Demon Lord gave him no chance to speak. You made up your mind or not? Shin's expression was humble. My mind are not the same. You better not scam me. He Lixing said through. I don't have time to waste on just one question. Are you coming with me or not? Actually, I wanted to say, he seemed to have stepped on a formation. The Demon Lord looked at. Sure enough, his toes were right on the formation. He was speechless. Why didn't you tell me earlier? He chased, he ran. There was no escape. But the kiss he was about to get flew away. He Lixing was furious. Why didn't you warn me earlier? Yuchen said me. You didn't give me a chance to speak just now. The Demon snorted. Your disciple is quite skilled. Yuchen quickly denied it. There are only 3 of us here. And this formation just happens to be on our path. It's not him, then who? Yuchen murmured. It can't be him. The Demon Lord rolled his eyes. Why can't he learn this forbidden technique? But Yuchen said, because he can't learn it. He has no talent for drawing talismans. Can't even do low, let alone high-level spells like this. He Lixing was immediately speechless. He didn't expect it to be this. But Yuchen suddenly had a headache. Because in his memories he thought of someone. But he couldn't remember who it was. The headache was severe. He even coughed up blood. The Demon Lord said impatient. And still suppressing your power. Yuchen just shook his head. I'm used to it. And so he asked, do you know how to break the Nanki illusionary? Yuchen nodded confidently. Then looked at Lixing with a sly smile. The Demon Lord was speechless. What's your condition? Yuchen immediately grabbed his hand and I want you to do something with me. Yuchen lay in the Demon Lord's arms. The Demon Lord said impatiently, this is what you made such a fuss to make me do. Yuchen just ignored him and continued reciting, I might be leaving this world soon. I can't go with you from here. The Demon Lord couldn't keep up the act. You just got bitten by some beast. Yuchen frowned. Didn't you promise to do this with me? Can you just say the lines we agreed on? The Demon Lord said impatiently, fine. At a time like this, I'll have the energy for acting. But Yu Chen was quite calm. I just sent out my spiritual sense. The Demon Lord was curious.
Then aren't you anxious to find
Yu Chen
him?
shook his head. He definitely can't break the array
There are
himself.
only 3 of us,
so it's safer now. The Demon Lord had no choice but to close his eyes.
Let's continue.
He reluctantly grabbed his hand and recited, "Don't die.
I don't want you to die.
Before I leave, can you grant me one last wish?" He listened. "Any wish of yours, I'll grant it." Yu Chen stared at the demon. He said, "I want you to," but suddenly stopped. He wanted to say the line from the manual. But somehow, what came out was, "I want to eat Fire Lotus fruit." He Lixing's face died.
Why'd you change the line? How am I supposed to
Yu Chen was
respond?
confused. Why did I suddenly think of Fire Lotus fruit? I don't even like this fruit. Why do I want it so badly now? The Demon Lord sighed.
Forget it.
I'd rather he just wants a Fire Lotus fruit. Of kissing him on the forehead. Here. Yu Chen was very curious.
Why do you carry this around?
The Demon Lord didn't want to
Because
talk.
I like it.
Yu Chen took a bite.
That's so spicy.
I really don't like this taste. But somehow I remember that before I ascended, I had my disciple plant a mountain full of Fire Lotus fruit.
Why would I do that?
Tears slowly fell. The Demon Lord was
It's just a fruit.
Not even valuable. Why are you so moved? Yu Chen coughed up blood again. The Demon Lord was alarmed.
What's wrong with you?
To pursue dual cultivation
was
was dedicated to the
at such a
extreme. Critical moment. He actually asked the other person with a lovesick expression. Due to continuous coughing, Yu Chen finally couldn't walk. He had no choice but to restore his divine
The
wounds
form.
on his body healed rapidly. He Lixing was shocked. What's this blood coughing problem you have? Yu Chen was puzzled too. I've had this condition, but it's never happened this often. The Demon Lord paused and you before he could finish. A male figure suddenly flashed ahead.
Isn't that your disciple?
Yu Chen sensed trouble. The two quickly changed. They saw 2 guards at the city gate. The Demon Lord. Why are there guards here? Didn't you say there were only 3 of us in the illusion? Yao Chen gave Demon Lord a look.
What kind of question is
If
that?
Luo Bei said that, I'd smack his hand. The Demon Lord was annoyed. Yu Chen continued. Those soldiers are illusions. Not real people. After all, it's an
The
illusion.
more
Realistic, the more effective it is, making people addicted until they perish. The 2 guards pointed swords at them. Their tone was unfriendly.
Warrior, what are you doing?
The Demon Lord didn't waste
He was about
to rush up and take them down, but Yu Chen stopped him. But don't act rashly. Leave it to me. I have a way. The Demon Lord saw his confident look and agreed. Turns out his way was to squat. The Demon Lord was furious. This is your so-called way. Yu Chen looked agreed. Mainly the illusion changes unpredictably. We shouldn't start calm. We can just sneak out later. The Demon Lord snort. You think I don't know that? Just as they were about to escape, Yu Chen keenly noted. Something was off about that sleeping soldier.
Why does this person have a living aura?
So he quiet. The Demon Lord rolled his eyes. He was about to pull Yu Chen, but Yu Chen gestured to him.
Shh, keep it down.
Something's off about this person. This woke up the soldier. He immediately spotted. You're today's thieves. Yu Chen stood there with an awkward smile. Yeah. The soldier shouted toward the door. Guards, the thieves escaped. He grabbed Yu Chen's. Forget it, just run. But the cell door had already closed, so they hid behind another door. Soldiers rushed in. Yu Chen and He Lixing were pressed together. The space was too small. Yu Chen's whole body was pressed against the Demon Lord. The Demon Lord felt uncomfortable. Back up. Yu Chen tried. If I move, the door will move.
They might notice.
The Demon Lord could only console
Out of sight,
himself.
out of mind.
Just ignore him. But his heart inexplicably stirred. What's that? Scent on this guy. His body unconscious. Leaned close to Yu Chen's hair to smell. But when he realized what he was doing, the Demon Lord immediately pulled his head back. Why am I thinking such weird thoughts? The Demon Lord was trying to calm himself down, when Yu Chen suddenly said,
By the way,
the Demon Lord said through gritted teeth. The Demon Lord, seeing
snapped.
his serious expression. What? But Yu Chen asked worriedly. When we entered the illusion, after you finished reading that script with me, did you feel even a little bit for me? The Demon Lord was completely
I thought
speechless.
it was something important.
And you're asking me this? The deity who knows nothing of love was chasing the Demon Realm's Demon Lord.
Once
for true
shameless.
The Demon Lord said coldly.
Brother,
once we leave the Fog Valley, you go your way, I'll go mine. How about that? After all, I have nothing to offer. Not worth your effort. Yu Chen gripped his hand tightly. As long as I can move
Nothing
your
is
heart.
not worth it.
The Demon Lord was puzzled. What makes you think reading a few lines with you
Would make me fall for you.
Yu Chen said seriously. Because the book says that in life and death, true feelings are most easily awakened. He Lixing was speechless.
But you're not really dying.
Yu Chen took the opportunity
If I
to
really
ask,
were about to die, would you have feelings for me?
The Demon Lord hesitated. If I go along with what he's saying, this guy might actually threaten to kill himself. So he immediately pushed Yu Chen's head. No. Even if you were shattered to pieces, I wouldn't. After hearing this, Yu Chen felt a sudden pain in his heart.
At that
The
moment,
jailers were everywhere. How come we've searched so long and haven't
There's
found
only
one
one
exit? They must still be inside. What was wrong with that jailer you mentioned? Yu Chen shook his head.
I'm not sure.
It was too rushed. Didn't have time to check.
But I feel
Those jailers aren't entirely illusion. The Demon Lord was
you mean
surprised.
they're also living people.
Yu Chen nodded with certainty. But they only have faint traces of life energy.
That's why I find it strange.
In the end, the jailers found them. A blade thrust toward them. The Demon Lord instinctively blocked it with his hand to protect Yu Chen, helping him dodge. Yu Chen froze.
Is he protecting me?
The two then escaped. The Demon Lord looked at the wound on his hand.
Aren't we in an illusion?
Why won't the wound heal? Yu Chen held He Lixing's hand. Use your arm. He Lixing say.
It's fine.
Just bandage it quickly. But Yu Chen. But you can't bandage it with one arm. The Demon Lord had to hold out. Yu Chen bandaged it while saying, Thanks for protecting me just now. The Demon Lord.
You're reading too much
I'm
into
afraid
it.
if he died, no one could break the array. Yu Chen wouldn't give up. Really, not even a little move. The Demon Lord was absolutely
Not even
certain. Yu Chen was suspicious. Is this romance manual not professional
Maybe after
enough? I lead the delusional ask the matchmaker for help. Yu Chen thought, since we can't find Liu Bei for now, should we look for the two formation eyes first? The Demon Lord was confused.
Two formation eyes.
Are you reliable now? Yu Chen looked slightly embarrassed.
He explained.
The Nank illusion is different from ordinary illusion. That's why they're... The Demon Lord didn't think much of it. I'll search north. Then we'll meet back here. How's that? With that, they split up. Yu Chen felt guilty. Sorry I lied to you. I just don't want to reveal my identity yet. And what I'm about to do is too dangerous. I can't let you risk it with... He had now arrived before a woman in red. The woman did, as if she was waiting for... The woman was extremely angry when she saw this city was destroyed by the bear you said. Corpses everywhere. Bodies covered the land. Yu Chen felt very good back then to chase the blazing. I was afraid it would hurt us, so I had to set up a barrier. But somehow, evil spirits appeared in the city. The spirits. It could have brought chaos to the world. To avoid harming more innocents, I had to abandon the city's people. No one survived. But you shouldn't have forsaken reincarnation to enter the ghost realm. The woman in red stood up. What path I take is my own choice. I've already walked this path of no return. I come now with empty sympathy. Yu Chen felt even more. You're not entirely without hope of returning. To help you escape.
And enter reincarnation again.
How exactly does the immortal plan to save me? Yu Chen said nothing more and began scattering his cultivation. The woman laughed madly. What makes you think just saying 3 words means I'll forget the past? In a flash. She used magic to pierce through Yu Chen's body. At this moment, Yu Chen was scattering his cultivation. He didn't expect her sneak attack. Blood flow. The woman cursed viciously. What you did? The man talked a tough game. This moment Yu Chen was already done by the red-clothed woman's spell. Unable to break free, his spiritual power vanished. The woman struck him down from the sky. Without spiritual protection, he'd surely just as he thought he was about to die. A familiar voice drifted into Yu Chen's ears. Yu Chen was shocked. That's the ice spirit root's voice. Strong hands had already caught him, holding him firmly in his arms. Yu Chen looked at him suspiciously, thinking, didn't I send him away? How did he come back? The Demon Lord said impatiently,
what are you staring
we
at?
agreed to split up to find the formation eyes.
Strange.